Welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. Last time we left Viridian Forest and explored just about all of Pewter City, getting ready to take on Brock over at the gym. We also evolved our friend Herbert into a lovely little Butterfree. So, let's go take on Brock, shall we? He's not too far away, and frankly, I probably should have just met you there, but hey, it feels good to walk up and know that you've got a darn good chance of winning, doesn't it? Still, Brock is fairly difficult, and I feel like a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with him if they weren't prepared. So, let's do it. So, you're here. I'm Brock. I'm Pewter's gym leader. My rock-hard willpower is evident even in my Pokemon. My Pokemon are all rock-hard and have true grit determination. That's right, my Pokemon are all the rock type. You're going to challenge me knowing that you'll lose? That's the trainer's honor that compels you to challenge me. Fine then, show me your best. 'Cause man, oh man, it's time to face Brock. Peter Brock would like to battle. And so would we. Sends out Geodude. Level 12, huh? That's pretty hefty. Still, Herbert, show off your new confusion. Not bad. And it confused him. All right. What a wonderful start to the battle. And it hurt itself in confusion. This was a status ailment we hadn't really heard about. I believe confusion gives you a 25% chance of hurting yourself and not being able to move. It's pretty darn good. But look how easily Herbert rips through these guys. It's awesome. This is why I seriously want to get a Butterfree. Still though, here's Brock's ace, his Onix. Let's see if we can confuse him. Uh-oh. Well, there's Rock Tomb, and unfortunately it's super effective. Sorry, Herbert. Not only is it super effective, it's quad effective. So maybe don't be so cocky. Still though, Cabbage, you should be more than a match for Onix, especially with Leech Seed and Vine Whip. This'll keep us nice and healthy, and Vine Whip, of course, will be super effective and pierce right through that defense, being a special move. Here you go, pal. Look at that. He more or less just one-shot him. We were certainly a little over-prepared for this. But hey, not a bad fight. We defeated Leader Brock. I took you for granted, and so I lost. As proof of your victory, I confer on you this, the official Pokemon League Boulder Badge. And we received the Boulder Badge from Brock. Man, that feels good, doesn't it? Just having the Boulder Badge makes your Pokemon more powerful. It also enables the use of the move Flash outside of battle. Of course, a Pokemon must know the move Flash to use it. And we get 1,400 Pokédollars for winning. Thanks. Wait, take this with you. And we received TM39 Rock Tomb. A TM, a technical machine, contains a technique for Pokemon. Using a TM teaches the move it contains to a Pokemon. A TM is good for only one use, so when you use one, pick the Pokemon carefully. Anyways, TM39 contains Rock Tomb. It hurls boulders at the foe and lowers its speed. It's a pretty darn good move. Frankly, I don't have anyone I want to teach that to yet. And, sorry, Herbert. I'm certain that Rock Tomb you received hurt real bad. Sorry, pal. So, we'll, head over to the Poké Center and get you nice and healed up. Man, I feel bad for him. Still, he did his job, and for that, I appreciate him. Otherwise, we have all these other Pokemon in our inventory, and frankly, I don't think we need to keep them around. So, let's deposit them. They helped us out in a pinch, which, thank goodness. But, we don't need to be keeping them all around. So, let's deposit them. Box 1. There we go. Much better. Otherwise, there's Professor Oak's PC now. That's new. What's this do? Access Professor Oak's PC. Access the Pokédex rating system. Would you like to have your Pokédex rated? Sure. The amount of progress you've made on your Pokédex is 13 Pokémon seen and 9 Pokémon owned. Professor Oak's rating? You still have lots to do. And don't we know it. So, go into every patch of grass you see and look for Pokémon. We certainly will. Closed link to Professor Oak's PC. Yeah, we have quite a few Pokémon to catch. Don't you know it? I mean, heck, that's kind of the slogan of the entire series. Gotta catch 'em all. Speaking of, it's been a while since we saved the game. Let's do that. Frankly, I would usually recommend saving before you face any gym leader, but it may not be a terrible idea. Otherwise, with all that winning money, let's go pick up some Pokeballs, shall we? We've got plenty of Pokemon to catch in our future. So how about another, you know what? Let's say 12. Keep it on the safe side. Not bad. Thank you, Mr. Store Clerk. We appreciate you. And now that we've beaten Brock, can we please leave the city? I'd like to catch new Pokemon. Huh? Where'd that guy from earlier go? Who are you?
Oh, Brad. I'm glad I caught up to you. I'm Professor Oak's aide. I've been asked to deliver this, so here you go.
Brad received the running shoes from the aide. Brad switched shoes with the running shoes. Press the B button to run, but only where there's room to run.
Well, I must be going back to the lab. Bye-bye.
So yeah, Generation 3 was famous for its newest addition, the running shoes. In fact, there's even a letter attached. Dear Brad, here's a pair of running shoes for my beloved challenger. Remember, I'll always cheer for you. Don't ever give up. From Mom. Aw, how cute. So yeah, in every previous Pokemon game, you couldn't run. It made them take a while. So, with our newfound running shoes, we'll be able to get from A to B in no time. And hey, Route 3. Man of... Huh? Excuse me? You looked at me, didn't you? Yeah, I did. But I've been excited for Route 3. In fact, this is the route I confused for leaving Viridian Forest. For whatever reason, I thought that this was the same patch of grass out there. Evidently, it wasn't. Because there's actually a Pokemon I really want to add to our permanent team coming up. So, once we find some grass here, it's time to really make sure we level up. And, catch the Pokemon I'm looking for. Otherwise, something you might want to do too while going through here is actually avoid some of the trainers. Now, you might be wondering, well, why would you do that? That sounds counterproductive, especially because you want to level up and, get stronger and find all the new Pokemon and whatnot. Well, the reasoning is quite simple. If you leave some of the trainers in a route and you happen to catch a Pokemon you like, you can go back through the route and use that new Pokemon, using the switch out method, to get them a whole load of easy experience. It's not a foolproof plan by any means, but it's pretty effective.
Hey, I saw you at Viridian Forest.
Did you? Huh, could have fooled me. Well, this'll be easy. After all, you have a level 10 Caterpie and you haven't evolved it to Butterfree? What are you doing? After all, look how good Butterfree is. Look at that damage. That's pretty darn good. Also, speaking of, I should make sure Cabbage is getting in on some of this. After all, he loves experience too. So, let's get him on in. Now, obviously, with some of these fights that are unavoidable, unlike the last that we just fought, she is avoidable. I just goofed and ran into her. I want to try to leave as many trainers as I can, because that new party member that we're going to be catching today is going to need some experience pretty darn badly. So, trust me on that. Ooh, and Cabbage gains a level. Is level 14. Gains 3 max HP, 2 attack, 1 defense, 1 special attack, 1 special defense, and no speed. Oh well, can't win them all. Ooh, a Weedle, huh? Well, we know just how to deal with you. Here, How about a leech seed after you finish with the string shot? I almost wonder if because we have a nature that doesn't like speed, if Cabbage is being a little slower on average because of that. Because I feel like normally when you're this high of a level, you should generally be outspeeding things. Though, admittedly, Bulbasaur isn't the fastest Pokemon, and having a minus speed nature certainly isn't helping that. Looks like Vine Whip isn't a great option. Well, we'll just switch to Tackle. No harm, no foul. Besides, this Weedle seems very content just using String Shot over and over again. So, fine by me. Saves me the hassle of running back and healing. Though eventually our PP might start to suffer, so there's a chance we'll have to run back anyways. Ow! Of course, he decides to attack at the last second. Of course. Still 111 experience? I'll take that to the bank. Ooh, and another little Caterpie. We'll just not mess around and just use Tackle. Yeah, should be fine. And again with the string shots, I tell ya. These bug-type Pokemon and lowering speed. I mean, it'd be a fine strategy if they had something big to hit us with, but they really don't. Still, can't blame them for trying. They're just using what they have at their disposal. So, I respect it.
You beat me again.
Well, sorry, kid. Thanks for the money, though. Otherwise, I'll be walking past, well, I was gonna try to, but, I messed up again.
That look you gave me, it's so intriguing.
Yeah, it's the look of a fool who can't see 2 feet in front of him. So, oh well. Look, I'm at least trying to do a sound strategy. It's just not working as well as I would like it. Oh well. Sometimes you gotta take a little bit of the bad with the good and the good with the bad. It happens. That's life. Still, it's never bad getting more experience for your party. Heck, we love that. Now look, realistically, at this point in the game, Butterfree is probably going to drop off pretty darn hard. I know, you're thinking, already? We barely just got him. Yeah, Butterfree's a fine Pokemon, but they're certainly meant for early game. Past that, even probably past the second gym, they're pretty useless. And it's sad, too, because it's a cute Pokemon. Still, Herbert served us well. And you know, I'm okay with having him around for a bit longer. In fact, especially when he gains another level. Good job, buddy. Now, I know I haven't been reading his level ups, but it's namely because he's not an important party member, so sorry, pal.
Be nice.
Sorry, gal. I mean, look, you're the one who walked up to me, aren't you? Still, they're bug-type trainer. At least, it looks like a bug-type trainer? Well, I'm gonna go with that. Come on, pal. Let's get it over with.
Are you a traitor? Let's get with it right away.
Hey, I like it. Guy doesn't mince words. Come on, pal. Greg, with a Weedle. Sure, we've seen it before. Not a bad pick. Here you go. Have a nice little tackle. Thank you for the string shot. I foresee many more of those in my future. Such is the way of life. Ow. Hey, not bad. 2 hitting him. Pretty good. Hey, and I'll take that experience too, let me tell you. A Caterpie. Alright. Ah, string shot. A fine move. Though admittedly, you're already faster than me, so maybe you should have just swung, pal. Still, I guess to be fair, you may not be a quote-unquote professional trainer, so I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. Ow! Guess that's what I get for talking guff, huh? Oh well. Ooh, we'll take that level up, though. Level 15. 2 HP, 2 special attack, 2 speed, 1 attack, 1 defense, and 1 special defense. Not bad, not bad. All averaging little around mid-20s. Pretty good. Ooh, Cabbage is trying to learn Poison Powder, but Cabbage can't learn more than 4 moves. Lead a move to make room for Poison Powder? You betcha. This is one of the Bulbasaur line's bread and butter moves. That and Leech Seed. So, ideally, you have both of these moves. Plant a seed to steal HP, and then use Poison Powder to also poison an enemy to drain additional HP. It's a pretty mean tactic, and frankly, I don't foresee myself ever using Growl, so Poison Powder is a fine addition to our arsenal. And we learn Poison Powder. Also, as you saw, ooh, Sleep Powder as well. Well, let's take a look. Sleep Powder. A sleep-inducing dust is scattered in high volume around a foe. So, much like Poison Powder, this inflicts sleep. I like Poison Powder a lot more, strictly for the fact it's a constant ailment that doesn't go away naturally. It has way more PP, and I mean, frankly, it just feels a little more reliable. Sleep isn't a bad status ailment, but I'd rather use Poison Powder in conjunction with Leech Seed. Still, Sleep Powder is pretty good. You might want to replace Tackle, but I like having it as a reliable damage option. So we'll give up on Sleep Powder. Kakuna. Well, this is actually a great time to try out our new abilities, huh? Evidently, we're not going to pierce that tough hide. But, well, wouldn't you know it, being a poison-type move, it doesn't affect Kakuna because he's a poison type himself. A lot of little weirdities like that exist in Pokemon. Kinda like how ground can't be affected by electricity, poison can't poison other poison types, and so on and so forth. There's a bunch of little oddities. Weirdly enough, too, some things can affect others in a way you may not expect. For instance, fire types can burn other fire types. And I think in this generation, electric types can still paralyze other electric types. They remedy the electric thing later, but that doesn't actually take place until Generation 6. At least to my knowledge, I don't know. Look, I'm no competitive Pokemon player, so I'm sure anyone who knows their stuff way better than me would know that. But, I mean, look, this is Generation 3, which I don't think many people are playing competitively anymore. They still probably use a fair amount of the Pokemon from this generation, though. So, that's cool. Anyways, point is, there's a bunch of oddities that, frankly, you just kinda gotta know to know. There's nothing that really ever tells you about that, at least not super directly. So for instance, Metapod. Try Poison Powder. See? Works just fine, because he's not a poison type. So let's use our new strategy. First, I would generally use Leech Seed, but seeing as Metapod is not going to do much anyways, may as well use Poison Powder. And then, followed up with a Leech Seed, and suddenly, you've got a nasty mess of ailments that are going to drain your opponent while you're being healed and dishing out other nasty things. It's pretty great. Heck, if you want, you could lead with Cabbage, or Bulbasaur, inflict all these different status ailments, and then swap out to someone who can do other things. Maybe in the meanwhile, you pull out another Pokemon who has status increasing moves, like, oh goodness, I'm trying to think of what some are. Like, not Growl or Leer or anything like that, but something that affects you positively. Also, if you noticed, Metapod actually specifically has an ability to deal with poison, Shed Skin. Eventually, he can shed his skin and get rid of the poisoning. It's kind of crazy that, you know, with his ability, they thought of that. It makes sense, because I imagine they run into a fair amount of Weedles and get poisoned all the time. Still, not a big issue. If I had new Pokemon, I would have won. If you evolved your Pokemon, you would have won. Oh well. So, can I avoid you? No. Oh well. How bad are you with the Pokemon I just caught? You know, that's probably not a very good idea. They're probably not all that strong. But nay, I'll take the experience anyways. Wow. An unevolved level 11 Caterpie, huh? Well, He certainly does look strong, if nothing else. Still, he won't like our poisoning and leech seed strategy. And I don't believe Caterpie has shed skin. So he's going to stay poisoned pretty much the whole fight. It's admittedly kind of a brutal strategy. Come on, baby. Let's get that leech seed. Oh, he evaded it. Oh, well. It's not 100% accurate for a reason. Well, I guess at this point, let's just start tackling. May as well. There we go. Ah, yes, another string shot. How strange. Oh, well. Hey, not bad. Not bad at all. I'll certainly take that experience. Maybe we'll gain a level from this Metapod? I can only hope. Here, have a leech seed after you harden for like 80 turns. I was worried we missed again. Oh my goodness. All right. Crisis averted. We are good to go. And in the meanwhile, I guess let's just tackle him, because frankly, Vine Whip is probably not going to do all that much damage, being ineffective. It's not terrible. See, and again, this is another reason I really like Poison Powder. It has so much PP, you can kind of just keep using it. If nothing else, just keep poisoning a Pokemon if it has, shed skin like Metapod. Though to be fair, this is a pretty rare scenario. Oh, gosh darn it did it immediately. I want to say shed skin is a chance for it to work, not instantly, but I don't remember if that's true or not. It's been a while since I've looked at the exact numbers of all these things. Which, granted, you can find a whole bevy of information online about these things, such as on, say, Bulbapedia, Cerebi.net. I think there's even a site called Maryland. Like, there are so many different websites dedicated solely to Pokemon that, frankly, just about anything you'd want to ever know, you can probably look it up and find it readily available. So, if you ever wonder if anything I say is true, well, you can probably prove it right or wrong pretty darn quick. And hey, Cabbage gains another level and is level 16. 2 HP, 2 defense, 2 special defense, 1 attack, 1 special attack, and 1 speed. Pretty nice. I'll take that. Thanks, James. Done like dinner. Yeah, I suppose. What? Cabbage is evolving? Well. Be my guest, little buddy. Heck, you've earned it. Wow. Congratulations. Your Cabbage evolved into Ivysaur. Man, oh man, have I been excited for this. And there I go, hitting the map button again. So, let's take a look at good old Cabbage. Look at the little fella. Yeah, that stat increase from evolving sure is nice. Still has the same ability, which, hey, isn't terrible. Still has all the same moves. Otherwise, let's go read that new Pokédex entry, shall we? Ivysaur. Number 2, the seed Pokemon. When the bulb on its back grows large, it appears to lose the ability to stand on its hind legs. Interesting. Also, did we ever read Bulbasaurs? Let's give it a shot. Number 1, Bulbasaur, the seed Pokemon. A strange seed was planted on its back at birth. The plant sprouts and grows with this Pokemon. It sure does. But yeah, there we go. Otherwise, I believe in this patch of grass, there's a new Pokemon I want to find. So, let's see what we can find. Nidoran female. Interesting. Well, you're not quite who I wanted to see, but you'll do well enough. Let's give you a tackle. Ow. Still, this is a Pokemon I do want to catch because it's something we haven't seen before. Ow. That growl might actually come to our rescue. Now, something I wouldn't recommend. Don't use Leech Seed or Poison Powder on Pokemon you're trying to catch, because it effectively puts a timer on your battle. It can still work, but it's probably not worth the risk. And hey, Nidoran female was caught. Pretty nice. Number 29, the Poison Pin Pokemon. Although small, its venomous barbs render this Pokemon dangerous. The female has smaller horns. Give a nickname to Nidoran female? Nah. She's not the one I'm looking for. Maybe this is? It's not! It's Pidgey. Hello, Pidgey. We've seen you plenty times before. So, how about we show off the run feature? You have, well, to be honest, I don't know the odds of running, but, I mean, realistically, it's probably a 50-50. Point is, if you hit run, you may or may not escape. And hey, would you look at that? It's another new Pokemon, Spearow. This is a Pokemon that, frankly, I don't plan on using either, but hey, it's another new one. And whoa, that was almost way too much damage. Still, that works well enough for me. Here, have a Pokeball. 2, 3. Hey, gotcha. Spearow was caught. I'll take that. Ooh, number 21, the tiny bird Pokemon. Eats bugs in grassy areas. It has to flap its short wings at high speed to stay airborne. Give a nickname to Spearow? Nah. Sorry, pal. Let's see if we can find the new Pokemon I'm looking for. Well, it's a new Pokemon, that's for sure, but it's certainly not the one I'm looking for. Still, this is Mankey, which is a pretty swanky fighting type. I was looking for the word and I couldn't quite remember it. Point is, Mankey is the first fighting type. I want to say in Pokemon Red and Blue, you could find both Mankey and the other Pokemon I'm looking for on Route 22, which is probably why I got confused earlier. Point is, these were the early answers to beating Brock in those versions of the game, because not every Pokemon you had for the first gym had an effective move, specifically Charmander. So generally getting a Mankey or the Pokemon I'm looking for was your answer because they both received fighting type moves which are super effective against rock. Otherwise, this is number 56, Mankey, the pig monkey Pokemon. Extremely quick to anger. It could be docile one moment, then thrashing away the next instant. Give a nickname to him? Nah. Sorry, Mankey. He just ain't who I'm looking for. Otherwise, how's our party looking? One free slot, huh? Well, fingers crossed. Gosh darn it, you're a Spearow. Well, I suppose I'll cut to when I do find them after this battle. So, here, have a tackle on the house. Not bad damage. Leer. Oh. Come on. All right. Whew. Good. I was worried that decrease would be enough to mess me up. Otherwise, I'll meet you when I find the Pokemon I'm looking for. Ah, there we go. That's right. I've been looking for Nidoran male specifically. Ain't he a fun little fella? Now, the only thing I'm worried about is the tackle might kill him. So maybe we'll just try a turn 1 Pokeball. Sure. Come on. 1, 2. Oh, almost had it. Oh well. Ow! Heck. Strange move. Maybe we'll try a tackle and see if it doesn't beat you? Oh. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Well, I'll meet you at the next Nidoran male I find. Oh, well, this is unexpected. Jigglypuff! This is another new Pokemon here that is incredibly rare. So, as you can see, it's a whole level 3. There's no way we could damage this and not beat it. So, I guess let's start chucking balls and hope it works. 2, 3. Oh, it was so close to. So, yeah, Jigglypuff is kind of an interesting Pokemon. It's a normal type who's famous for using Sing, which is a very unreliable status move. It puts you to sleep. Still, we got him, no problem. Hello, Jigglypuff. Number 39, the Balloon Pokemon. When its huge eyes waver, it sings a mysteriously soothing melody that lulls its enemies to sleep. Interesting. We won't be giving you a nickname. Sorry. Well, back to the hunt. Ah, there we are. Good old Nidoran. Well, this time, let's try a different method. Let's use Leech Seed and see if we can slowly drain you while catching you, It's not my favorite strategy. Oh, and now you use things like Leer and Growl. Go figure. Still, I don't think he knows Growl, so he couldn't lower our offense anyways, so I guess Leech Seed really is our best chance. He's a poison type, so we can't poison him. Come on. Ow. Close, but no cigar. And man, that peck hurts. Still, at least we have good old Leech Seed. Hopefully we'll catch you reasonably. Come on, baby. 1, 2, 3. Aha! A little Nidoran male for me. Nidoran male's data was added to the Pokedex. Number 32, the Poison Pin Pokemon. It stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom. Good to know. Give a nickname to the captured Nidoran male? Absolutely. This is going to be the king of Quakes later on in the game. So, we'll give him an appropriate nickname. King. Looks good to me. Unfortunately, he was put in someone's PC. So, next time we play Pokemon LeafGreen, we'll go get King and go fight all the trainers we missed here and hopefully make it to Mount Moon. Otherwise, as always, I've been Brad. Thanks for watching and have a good one.